the connective tissue. We're going to have loose, which is just a few fibers, as you can see right here. Two important kinds are going to be reticular and areolar. Okay, in this case, this is areolar. This is reticular. The fibers are black. See, that's the fiber. This one right here, the black, kind of going down like that, that's the fiber. Adipose tissue is also considered part of the connective tissue. And then we have dens. Here you have a lot of fibers, but these fibers have a pattern, right? The pattern is going to be from left to right. Therefore, this is going to be regular. And the other kind in here, you have a lot of them, but they have no pattern, right? Look, this one is going like this one is going like that. That one is regular. Another tissue part of the connective tissue is the cartilage. If we think about our knee, in our knees, we're going to have cartilage. And these cartilages, they're going to help us connect the bones that we have in there. So then what is the name of the cell that you have in the cartilage? Chondrocytes. And these chondrocytes are going to create different types of cartilage. This one right here is going to be hyaline cartilage. This one right here is going to be fibrocartilage. And this one right here is going to be elastic cartilage. And right here, you can see the chondrocytes. Those are in the chondrocytes. You can see them here too, even though they're smaller. Also, in addition to the cartilage, we're going to have bones. Bones are also considered part of connective tissue. The cells that you're going to have in your bones are going to be called the osteoblasts. The osteoblasts makes the bone. So this concentrical structure is going to be called an osteon. The bones are composed of osteons. The blue dots that I'm putting in there, those were the osteocytes. Also, part of the connective tissue is the blood, because technically the blood goes throughout your entire body. Therefore, it's going to connect multiple areas in our bodies. So in your blood, you're going to have red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. So this one right here, those are the red blood cells. But in addition to that, we also have white blood cells, which are these big ones right there. So those are going to be white blood cells. And platelets, we have platelets in our blood, but we don't have that in this particular figure. The integumentary system, we scroll down right here, we have the skin. The skin is going to have three layers. The layer in the middle, dermis, the layer on top of the dermis, epidermis, and the layer below the dermis, hypodermis. With this part in yellow right there, hypodermis. What type of tissue you have in the epidermis? Epithelial tissue. And what type of epithelial tissue? We said the stratified squamous. If it's stratified, that means that it's going to have a lot of layers. The dermis, that's where you're going to have most of the structures of your skin. This is the hair. This is the sweat gland. This is the muscle. This muscle is going to be called the piloerector muscle. This is the oily gland associated with the hair. These are the nerves. These are the receptors for temperature, receptors for pressure, receptors for vibration, etc. Right here, you have the blood vessels that when you cut them, you're going to bleed. This part right here in pink, this pink and this pink right there, that is connective tissue that is putting all these things together so that way they are not just floating in the air. At the bottom, we said that's going to be the hypodermis where we're going to have fat. The fat also has a function for it's going to help us with insulation, energy storage, and some cushion as well. Now, the epidermis is going to have multiple layers. These layers are going to be called stratums. And you can see some of these stratums. If we go up, I think I saw the stratums right here in the middle. You have stratum corneum, stratum lucidum, stratum granulosum, stratum spinosum, stratum basal. So don't forget the stratums are the layers in your epidermis. What is the name of these cells that we're constantly shedding? These are going to be called keratinocytes. They're going to be dead and they're going to contain keratin. Is this the only cell that we have in there? No, we're going to have, for example, melanocytes. Melanocytes are going to give the skin color, but even more important than that is that it's going to protect the cells that we have in our skin against the UV rays. The melanocytes produce melanin, and they're going to have melanin inside, and the keratinocytes, they're going to have keratin inside. So if we scroll down right here, what is this? The muscle. What is the name of that muscle? The piloerector muscle. What is this? Hair, oily gland, sweat gland, blood vessels, adipose tissue right there, receptor. Now, what is this part right here filling all these spaces? Then that is going to be the connective tissue. We scroll down right here, and we have the nail and hair. The hair is going to have hair bulb and hair follicle. Hair bulb is usually right here, and the hair follicle is more or less around here, all this. This is going to be the shaft, and this is going to be the free edge. This is the part that we cut. This is the gland. and a muscle called the erectrophyline muscle. And then right here, you're going to have a nail matrix, right, which is going to be the base right here from where this is going to grow. The nail plate, which is going to be right here. And then we're going to have the free edge, which is going to be the one that we actually cut. So now we cut a piece of the skin and we put in the microscope, and this is what we see. This top part right here is going to be the epidermis. The middle part is the dermis. And at the bottom right here, obviously not in this figure, that's going to be the hypodermis. Remember, in the epidermis, we have a stratum. And right here, this is the connective tissue. All this kind of like pinkish area, dense, irregular. This is skin, but different area.